Choosing XTBs, there are over 50 of them now, so that might be a little bit daunting in terms of how do I choose. Well, think about how do I choose equities. Sometimes people will look at particular names, they will look at particular industry sectors. In terms of bonds, you can look at, well, I want to go for 1 or 2 year bonds, or I want 4 or 5 or 7 year bonds. So that's how people start thinking about how do I choose between the range that are available. And you've got to remember that they're all in the ASX 100, they're all very, very stable companies. So we're not talking about looking at bonds over companies that are, number 450. All very large companies is your starting point. And then within that, you start thinking about, well, do I like particular brands that I like the equities, therefore I'd be willing to lend them money as well. Or I think this is a wonderful banking sector and I'm going to invest in those, etc. We provide tools to help you do this. So the first starting point, if you go onto our website, is the available XTBs table that you can filter in many, many different ways by going on there and just playing around with it. And it takes the 50 and slices and dices it in different ways that allow you to help choose how you'd like to think about which sort of bonds would I like to invest in. And then take the next step is our cash flow tool. Our cash flow tool then says, right, if you've picked 4 or 5, take those 4 or 5 or 8 or 10 and put it into the cash flow tool. And the cash flow tool says, right, how much money do you have total? I've got $10,000, I've got $100,000, I've got $1 million, and it divides it up across those number of XTBs that you've chosen, and then shows you exactly what you're going to get between now and maturity of all of those bonds in terms of the income you're going to get, when's the principal back, and it packages it all up nicely for you in a nice chart to give you a sense of this is what I'm going to get, and you can send that to yourself or send it to your advisor from the website. But it's a fantastic tool that allows you to visualize the future of your investment if you pick these 3 or these 5 or these 10 different bonds, and it helps you play around, because that then you can turn around and say, actually, I don't want that. I'm going to replace that with another one and see what the portfolio does then for that particular type of investment. So that's an important tool to definitely go in and play with, and it allows you to see what you're going to get. To make things easier, we've also provided a number of different starter packs where our CIO has picked particular groupings of bonds and said, well, here's a particular starter pack that may well suit you as well. So lots of different tools to help you make up your mind.